Good day, everyone. You are welcome to another edition of podcast on your favorite, darling place, which is Gofree. You're welcome. So I have with me Mr. Opeyemi, and last week we actually started a topic breaking the cycle of poverty. And if you didn't forget, we actually, discussed the background of the topic, which is actually introductions. And today we still have the same person with me, Mr. Olutayo Opeyemi. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here once again. Thank you, Mr. Alice.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Mr. Poyemi. So we are not going to waste too much of our time. We're going to dive into the topic properly. So we have three segments: the introduction. So today we're going to talk about the body. So what and what? How can we break the cycle of poverty? And that is what we want to talk within just 15 minutes. And we're going to drop your comments, drop your likes. Any question you have, just drop it. So as we go, let's go to the topic. So how can we actually break the cycle of poverty?
All right, Mr. Alice. Once again, I really value this topic majorly because it is something that is very essential. As a nation, as an individual, you can see the patterns. Everywhere. Even though there are opportunities, you could still see around that there's still so many there are so many youths still facing that difficulty of coming out.
Exactly. In fact, some of them have learned a lot of things.
Yes.
Want to other just to break it, but
So
not break it for.
so just putting it straightforward, there are 5 or 6 ways of breaking or of coming out of poverty zone, right? Number one is, like we said, you cannot joke with knowledge. So number one is educating your mind.
Educating your mind. That's the first thing. Educating your mind.
If you don't forget, we said in the previous episode that it is a game of knowledge. It's a game of what you know, not
First, yes.
yes, not what you do first. So it's about educating your mind. So you want to take your you want to take your you want to take the first step from that position of educating yourself. Get books, listen to tapes, financial that will give you financial insight. Study, show yourself approved, show yourself that you are ready, prove to yourself that you are not a non-entity, prove to a society that you are really desirous of changing your own status, not just sitting down and in quotes expecting miracle. All right, the first miracle you can give yourself is knowledge. Educate your mind. Educate your mind. The first miracle anybody can give himself, herself, is to educate their own minds. All right. Number two is self-discipline.
Self-discipline.
Self-discipline. You cannot overemphasize it. See, anyone who is sluggard will be poor. Go to a ant hill. You will see them not lazy. An ant is working. If an ant can be that active, why are you sitting down? Why are you not disciplined enough to pursue what you really know will work for you? Do you understand? And see, I understand that a lot of youth, and especially in Africa, looks a bit confused, but when you educate your mind, confusion will leave. So everybody starts from that place of confusion. Oh, what can I even do? Most of us don't know. The purpose is not clear. What you want to do is not clear. You are just in that zone of confusion, and so it will keep you down. But when you start to embrace podcasts, books, going for seminars, clarity will come. That's the first thing. Then number two, then you have to now be disciplined to pursue it. Okay, now that I have understanding, now that I know what I want to do, sit down, count your cost. How many years will this thing cost me? Like we said, the Igbo nation, they do something that again I will always refer to. It's like a Jewish culture. You see them, it will take them maybe a random person who wants to learn a trade can sign a contract of 6 years with their boss. And so you see them consistently learning that trade. They know that this is the trade I want to learn. And so you see them 6 years, they are dedicated to that trade. And once they are done, their boss is the first person to say to them, and you see that particular boy who has been learning for 6 years, now is a master, you see him doing well. So that's what we should emulate. Go for knowledge, number one, then dedicate yourself to the process. Now, number three, you now want to start uh, becoming financially disciplined. The money is coming now. This is no longer, you that we used to know. Now you want to now start investing your money into things that will give you returns. Diversify your income. That's the right word to use. So number three is diversifying your income. Now I have an income. Now I know what is working for me. Now diversify it. You cannot put all your eggs into one basket. It will not work that way. Diversify. Okay, now I know how to trade better. Now I know how to sell. Now I know how to do drop shipping. Diversify into another thing, maybe into real estate. You know that if you buy this land in the next 1 year to 5 years, it's going to give you another money. Diversify. You cannot play on one lane. You cannot. Because when this is not working, another thing should be working for you. You also want to go into automobile. Start importing, start selling.
That thing it's going to work for you.
You is going just study in another is like the way you started. Once you are beginning to get stabilized, study another thing, educate your mind in another area. Okay, let me even know how real estate work. Let me know how this and that works. Anything that you pick, educate yourself, be disciplined again, go again, diversify. That's what you should do. You shouldn't stay on one stream of income. Do you understand? Now, why you've been able to diversify, there are skills you've been able to pick up over the time. Maybe let's say you now have knowledge of how trading works. Then monetize your skill.
Monetize
your skills. In the process of how you are learning, you are picking a lot of things from different people, from the books that you've read. Monetize it. In fact, monetize your page, monetize your conversation. I believe that Mr. Alex is going to give me something in this conversation before I go, right?
Yeah. In case
do you understand?
So before we go further on that monetization, I think the majority of the youth that we have outside here, I'm a youth as well. But for me, I seek knowledge. I think the issue of monetization has to do with like you need to learn it. Like you need to. It's part of what he's trying to say. It's skills that you need to learn or acquire. Monetization, like so that everything you acquire will not just be useless.
Yes. So monetize your skills. Like, see, guys, don't joke with any area of your life. Okay, now I know how this thing works. Monetize it. Monetize it. You can even start influencing for people. You can start influencing for people. Influencers now, you know how much they charge for you even.
Okay. I want us to do something practical. Like I'm going to ask you a question before we go further. We've talked about 4 points. You understand? So, and I really because as we are going, I want illustrations. So I want us to talk about. Okay, I will ask you some questions like, okay, where do you start from before you go to where you are? You understand? Okay, you are a sales lead. You're in a fintech organization now, so you're a sales lead. But I feel like you didn't start as a sales lead, or you didn't even start, in the finance, circle like that. So I think over the time you were actually educating your mind. You progressing there until you got to where you are right now. So and whatever you left behind, are you still doing them? So let's talk about it.
Okay, that's like traveling to memory limbo.
We're going to summarize.
Yes, I'll just try to cut it short. And after my university, I served in the north. Especially I served in Sokoto, right? So that was 2018, 2019. So I began to look at what I can do. I was serving and I was thinking about what I would do. So my first key that I picked up was photography. Right now, photography will cost me a lot to set up. I know that I love this thing, so I began to look for other means to. It's not a distraction, but it's like a means to an end. I know that I love photography, so I began to see, okay, I don't have the money for it now, but I'll start learning. So I started learning. In fact, a boss gave me a platform to learn and all of that. Started from church. Now I have a professional space to learn and all of that. Now, after that, I now began to see light in photography. I want to pursue it, but I don't have the money. I don't have the equipment and all of that, the tool. So what I did was, okay, I saw a course on affiliate marketing. That began my that be,
I think you guys are trying to relate
Do you
the
understand?
whole
So
point.
that was the beginning of my journey into sales. So I started taking that course. So I studied that course within 3 weeks. I broke it down. So if I'm going to be selling for affiliate marketing, in other words, is selling for people. They have the product. I'm the one going to sell for them. It's like you have a physical store, but you need a sales boy. Then you employ a sales boy to come and sell for you. But online is where I'm selling. I don't have a physical. I don't have to come to a physical space. So the person will give me commission. The commission could be 50-50 or 40-60. At least at worst that you can go below is just 30-70. All right. So that began to give me money. So when I
To invest into
to
your
invest into
your
my
photography, yeah.
Do you understand? So I got my first camera 2020 after COVID. It was shipped in, abroad 2020. So I could save within 2008, like the later part of 2008 or 2018 rather, to 2020. Like I said, I got my first camera in 2020. So COVID locked us in. It was a good time to really explore online. I knew how it works and build presence, start making money. Then I really came into photography 2020, January precisely 2020. So that was how I joined. So I now looked at, okay, guy, even though I'm going to be pursuing photography, nobody has knew me like the way they knew me in affiliate marketing, online presence, and all of that. So I began to take courses on sales. How do I get people to buy more? So I learned copywriting. I learned how to video edit. Now it's going to be working for me in photography, remember. So I learned video editing. I learned how to do, all these side hustles, and I picked up to those skills, and I have certificates for them. So now that I'm into finance, my experience in affiliate marketing, in copywriting, I used it for sales in fintech, and got so good. I was given the job. Now, such that my dreams for photography will not go down.
Yeah.
I'm making the money. Now I'm putting it into photography, opening the first center, the second center, you understand, like that. So I don't have to be in my photography for it to work. All I have to do is employ those who have the already skill, put in effort in marketing, do all the necessary things as a business, not as an individual. If I was building an individual presence in photography, I wouldn't be applying for. So once I know that, okay, sales works, even though it is hard, nobody wants to sell now. But if you really, really know sales, they will come for you. You know how to run ads, you know how to monetize, you know how to do all these things. Compel people to buy from it for. So it's a whole lot of things actually. So that's how I began my journey into sales.
So guys, I think why I asked that question is I want us to envisage what he said, like the points that he has put out for us, like from his own practical life. You understand? And I feel like you've gained a lot because when you have a lot of points. There's something I feel that you should know that I picked from what he said that that skills really matter. So
Yeah.
it may not really be directed to whatever you are doing presently, but in the long run, it's just like you are not going straight like this, you are going like this, and you still know what you're going.
Yes.
So I started. Me, I have passion for me. I have passion for what is it called, lecturing. You understand, and content creation. You understand. But even though I was still teaching in schools, for me, I was still teaching in school, and at the same time, I was still working in a radio station because I know,
Yeah,
what I want to be, what I want. You get my point. So in the long run, I pick a lot of skills just like you. You know why I'm telling you all of these things? Because I don't want you to see whatever you are doing presently as being useless or something that can never be useful. Whatever you are doing.
If you master it, you can monetize
I never
it.
know that. I never knew that I'm going to be, I was thinking I'll be creating content for myself, but as we
Only for
have
you to be
it,
creating content
for a fintech organization, you get my point now. So that's just it. So I think I don't want us to move beyond this. I want us to break it so that people will actually, understand what we are trying to say.
That's
You understand? So next we are going to actually continue from where we stopped. But don't forget that he's going to do a recap of whatever. But don't forget one thing in life is that whatever you are doing right now is never useless.
it's never useless. Yeah. And once you can master it, you can monetize it.
You master it, you can actually monetize it. Don't forget that. So do a quick recap
All
as
right.
as we round off.
For everyone watching us, we've been able to share on this podcast today that the ways to come out of that circle of poverty is strictly: number one, educate your mind; number two, be disciplined, be focused. Nothing should just go. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. And then number three, we said you should diversify your income. Number four, we also said you should monetize your skills, right? So those are the few things we've been able to mark and list on this podcast.
So I want you to just give them one word. Give the youth, our audience, one word.
If you can master it, you can monetize it. See yourself beyond now. Master what you're doing, then you will come out of the poverty zone.
So if you can master it, you can actually monetize it. That's a big word for you guys today. So so for those people who actually drop comments or who ask questions, we have replied you. And do not forget that this program is proudly sponsored by Gofree. And I told you that Gofree is also the co-owner of is also the owner of Go Premium. You understand? So do not forget. And quick information for you on your Gofree app, please do not forget to turn on your two-factor authentication settings. It's very important. Big Christmas, big app, but don't forget to turn on your 2FA settings. It's very important for you. Shout out to all of you. So, and on this note, we are saying goodbye. So, before we go, so can you say goodbye to our audience?
Thank you for your time today. Goodbye, everyone.
So, we don't say goodbye. We say see you another time.
See you another time.